Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to Sci-Finatics. Well, today we're talking about a piece of very exciting news regarding Star Trek Picard Season 3. We've had some tweets come out since the Comic-Con event where Terry Matalas and other people involved in Star Trek Picard Season 3 have given us a little bit more to go on in terms of what we might expect for our new upcoming season of Picard. We're going to talk about Worf's backstory and mission and what that's all about, a little bit of stuff about 7 of 9, a bit about our main villain for Season 3, and most importantly, what our starship is for Season 3. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sci-Finatics yet, please don't forget to do so. Click on that big red button to stay up to date and current with all the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. So for starters, the other day, Patrick Stewart tweeted something about Star Trek Picard Season 3, which was, we do return to the original Enterprise. I forgot we had carpet on the floor. That's the kind of advancement that's been made. Now, everybody jumped on this and saying, oh, we're going to have the Enterprise D back again in Season 3 of Picard. Now, I don't necessarily think this is the case because Terry Matalas jumped on this pretty quickly and kind of shut down all of the banter that was going on about, oh, we're going to get the Enterprise D back, we're going to get the Enterprise D back. We might see the Enterprise D, but it could be a glimpse. It's not. I don't think it's going to be one of the big starships in the season. Obviously, it got massively destroyed in Star Trek Generations. However, according to the commemoration plaques that we saw at the beginning of Season 2 at Starfleet Academy, the saucer section was salvaged from Veridian 3 and it was put on display at the Starfleet Museum. So the Enterprise D saucer section does exist. Maybe there's a scene, like a bit of a reminiscent scene with them sort of, strolling down memory lane, or maybe there's a holodeck simulation where they recreate the bridge of the Enterprise D. But I don't think we're going to get them flying through space in the Enterprise D by any sense of the imagination, because Terry Matalas shut that down pretty quickly. And in fact, he said in his tweet, shutting this down before people get their hopes up. And this is where his tweet gets really interesting, because then he goes on to say, so what the F are they talking about then? Get it? What the F? Okay, I'll see myself out. That seems like it's a pretty huge hint that our starship, that our next-gen cast are going to be travelling on in Season 3 is going to be none other than the Enterprise-F. But who is going to captain the Enterprise-F? Well, we know that 7 of 9 has joined Starfleet, and we know that she holds the rank of Commander that Terry Matalas also just confirmed the other day. People were thinking, is she captain? Because she kind of got promoted sort of a little bit at the end of Season 2 by Picard, but she is in fact a Commander. So does this mean that 7 of 9 is the first officer on the Enterprise-F? And in which case, who is the captain? Is it Riker? Is Riker the captain of the Enterprise-F with 7 of 9 as his first officer? That would be a pretty cool development, I think. And what does the Enterprise-F look like, you might ask? In Season 2 of Picard, with all of those starships that we saw against the Borg ship and whatever at the beginning and at the end of the season, it seems like our designers and so forth in Picard have got no problem whatsoever enlisting the help of people from Star Trek Online and ship designs that have come from Star Trek Online. Now, this being said, the Enterprise-F exists in Star Trek Online. It's been around for a little while. It's a really beautiful design. It's a glorious looking starship. So I'm thinking, based on the fact that we've actually had a precedent set with the graphics designers and the CG, visual effects people in Star Trek Picard having used designs from a Star Trek Online before, I think the chances that they're going to keep true to canon and utilize the design for the Enterprise-F as the same one from Star Trek Online is, I think, a reasonable bet. I don't think it's going to be a radical redesign, because I think there's a lot of fans out there that love this design. I think it looks great. I think it would be wonderful to see, in a live-action series like Picard, as opposed to just existing within the Star Trek Online video game. So if I had to put my money on it, I would say our chances are probably better than not that the Enterprise-F will be, if not the exact same design from Star Trek Online, it will be significantly inspired by that design. We also got another big hint drop the other day that our big bad villain from Season 3 is going to be a woman. The villain is going to be a Khan-level villain. They've said that this villain is going to be topping the list of all previous Star Trek villains we've seen before. It's a woman. We don't know whether it's, this person's going to be human or alien or what, but I believe it to be a well-known actor. An actor that hasn't been in Star Trek before, but a pretty prominent female actor that everybody knows who they are, but we haven't seen them appear in Star Trek before. So this is quite an exciting development, that we're going to be getting a pretty big name as the villain for the season. That's going to be a Khan-level villain, going to be a woman, and a name actor as well. So that's very exciting news. Now, in news about Worf, someone tweeted to Terry Matalis recently, "Are you still using the backstory that was established for Star Trek Picard originally and used in a novel, that Worf took command of the Enterprise-E after Picard left, or has that been changed?" And Terry Matalis replied, "You'll just have to see. I'm just saying that's not where we meet him here. He's on another track, one related to the Dominion War." Now I've said too much. Bye. So that's really interesting that Worf's backstory pre-Star Trek Picard is going to be quite wrapped up in the history of the Dominion War, since we saw Worf last in Star Trek DS9. And also in Star Trek Nemesis. There's so much history we haven't touched on revolves around the Dominion War and the fallout from that, which really would be interesting to go over. So guys, what do you think about this news? Are you excited to see the Enterprise-F in the third season of Star Trek Picard? Do you think it's going to be the Star Trek Online design that we see, have seen before, or do you think it's going to be a little bit different to that? Do you think it's going to be maybe a refit or a redesigned version of that same kind of idea? Do you think that 7 of 9 is going to be first officer of the Enterprise-F? Do you think Riker is going to be the captain? Do you think somebody else is going to be the captain? And who do you think is going to be the villain in season 3? Well, I'm trying to think of big name female actors who haven't appeared in Star Trek before, but would make a very formidable, character villain role in the next season of the show. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. And as always, please don't forget to leave a super thanks if you're able to. It really helps the channel out. If not, just leave a like and a comment. That always helps as well. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and check out my merch in the merch store, where you can pick up all manner of Star Trek flavoured t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, caps, all that kind of thing. Great bargain prices, and really helps support the channel as well. I'll catch you guys very soon with my next video. I'll see you soon.